Welcome everyone to the Elite Series League of Legends Division 2. My name is Daniel. To my side today I got the wonderful QG. That's right, he's back from the spring split. Welcome QG to the stream.
Hello, Daniel. Hello.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm hyped for the new split, and also want to see who ends up on top this time, because last split we had some favorites, and the favorites changed in the middle of the league of the split. So now we still have some favorites, but I still think some people can. Or some teams can mess up these interesting things.
Okay. Did you have a time to take a bit of a look at the teams already?
No, I was actually doing it because last week was a pretty stressful week. I know that there are a lot of newcomers, and I watched a bit of the Division 1, where I saw that a lot of Division 2 players actually went to the Division 1. I'm actually happy of it, and I also know that one of my favorites from the playoffs got a quarter kill yesterday, I think, and it was quite funny to see. And then I looked a bit.
Who got a
But
contract
I didn't.
yesterday? I didn't watch. I didn't get a chance to watch the game.
I Wint got a quarter. I didn't know if it was yesterday or if
okay.
it was on Thursday. I think it was yesterday because I saw the tweet yesterday evening.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm hyped. Oh, it's a quadra kill. There was also fiddlestick support. Emil put that out. So what do we see in Division 2? It's the newcomers for the Division 1, you know. And
maybe let's quickly recap this for like the viewers that aren't as familiar with Elite Series and the Division 2. From Spring Split to this split, we had to say goodbye to 3 teams and we welcomed 3 new teams. We had both Weepers and Aoma Esports, which are both playing now in the Division 1. Weepers under the name of Myth Esports, and Aoma Esports as Aoma Esports. And then we had to say goodbye as well to Adverse, which dropped out already during the spring split. They didn't get their roster together anymore, and basically they got disqualified. And yeah, we got 3 new teams, which are very exciting. It's FULLCLEAR ESPORTS, it's JMGG. I'm only calling them JMGG because their name it's impossible to pronounce it. It's something like JÖRMUNGANG. Yeah, let's not even try. And the third team is of course Next.
Yep. I know that Next comes from the amateur circuit. Am I right?
Yeah, all 3 of them come from the amateur
Yeah,
circuit.
all 3. Yeah, of course. But I think they played the team played a lot of not only one open qualifier, but I think they played the 3s, because I actually know the name also from last season. I recognize the name, so it's actually an org that is motivated in the League of Legends scene, and they finally made it into the Division 2.
Yeah. Okay, well, enough of chit-chatting about the teams. Let's take a look at our games today. Let's take a look at the schedule of the day. In the first game, we are going to see Aurora against JÖRMUNGANG or JMGG, and then we are going to see Sloths against... Oh, I think that's the wrong schedule there, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the schedule is wrong that we are being shown right now. Maybe we can switch away from that, because it should be FULLCLEAR against JMGG in the first game, Next against Aurora in the second one, with Sloths against Aurora in the third game, and then Pertinax against Dynasty in the last game of the day. And here we have the first game of the day, FULLCLEAR Esports against JMGG.
Yeah, and FULLCLEAR Esports banned Draven. We're playing on 13.10, right? So it's the older patch.
We are playing on 13.11, I think. I think
it's 13.11. So, yeah, and Ivan and Rel are not available because of the mid-scope updates, potential bugs, potential overpowers. But Yumi and Melio are available, and this is going to be very interesting because these two, in my opinion, are really too strong, actually. With Zeri, Lucian, and again Lucian is still in the meta. The Lucian army thing is still going on since day one of this year of the season. I still don't understand it, how it's still going through. But yeah, and that's the very first pick, as I said. She's so broken.
Let me also give you maybe some deeper intel into these teams. Draven is a very hard counter ban against JMGG's AD carry, because Dan is basically a Draven OTP. He plays a very strong Draven, which is why that is banned. And then maybe you are a bit surprised by the Hecarim and the Mundo ban and the Clad ban. Actually, all three of those are hard target bans against FULLCLEAR Esports, because the top laner of FULLCLEAR Esports is a Clad main, and the jungler of FULLCLEAR Esports is normally a Hecarim main. And in the amateur circuit already, he got banned all the time of that, out of that Hecarim, of course. And he started playing Mundo jungle and becoming very, very strong on that. So that's another must ban now against FULLCLEAR Esports. So basically every time we see this team, FULLCLEAR Esports, we will see those three bans.
That's impressive. So you just take three, you're a main, and you just take out three bans against you for free. Like Zeri and Yumi are open. The thing is, they are so broken at the moment. The Triforce Zeri with the Runens and Titanic Hydra build is so strong, they even removed some spell effects from Zeri to nerf it. She has, she had the highest base HP of all the champs, and it got lowered a bit. She's still pretty high. Vi is also still a good jungler. Lulu, still an enchanter, also is getting nerfed. She's really strong with the Twitch, and also with the Jinso changes and all the AD carry changes that we also saw last week. These enchanters just come to just roll over. They buff the AD carry. If the AD carry is good, if you have a good AD carry player, you win. You probably win every game.
Yeah.
You play hyper carries, you defend them, and you just. Therefore, Vi is good. She can lock down.
I think also we definitely currently we have a meta where those hyper carries are very strong again, which always makes Enchanter strong, and we play a lot around bot lane, which is what we have seen already last week as well, and what we can already see in this game. We have the Zeri Yumi bot lane, we have the Lulu Twitch bot lane, so we got two strong scaling AD carries, we got two enchanters along with that, and we have two, assuming Volibear is going to the jungle, we have two very CC heavy junglers. And I think we're going to see maybe like a poke, a lot of clear control mage mid laners on both sides as well, and then a tank on the top. So, because we have seen that a lot last week, we see those very classic team compositions at the moment, sometimes combined with a little bit of split push on the top lane.
Yeah, you play tanks on top because they are pretty hard to counter. I played in a tournament this weekend, and our top laner said, I'm going Fiora to counter tanks, and she just got shredded, and she's a tank shredder. So, yeah, tanks are really strong. The items are not that expensive, because they only give defensive stats and not offensive. And these tanks that have some defensive capabilities and also do damage are pretty good right now. And Orianna is also, in my opinion, one of the strongest team fighting mages out there. She was always, I think she was always behind meta, and if she was meta, we knew it was a team fight meta, and with Vi and Lulu and Orianna, you know that you have the burst to just hit R with Vi on Zeri, then you knock Zeri up, and then you shockwave her and she's just dead. And then we have Ziggs.
Yeah, it's exactly what I predicted. We see two control mages into the mid lanes, which are very strong in team fights, of course. Ziggs also bringing a lot more potential to the table. Like, it's a very strategic champion that can push out his lane, try to, like, basically, Ziggs has so much wave clear that he can always have priority. Even against no Yana, it should be possible. And then he can try to roam, he can ward around his lane, and yeah, I think it's just such a fantastic champion because he brings so much to the table. It's a good split pusher even because of his W. Like, Ziggs can get down, if he gets to a tower, he can get down that tower in like seconds. And then we have a tank on the top lane here for FULLCLEAR eSports. And now JMGG has to look how they want to counter that. And they are going for Nasus here. So at least something a bit out of the line we are getting here out of this game.
Yeah, they want the Nasus says that we want to split push, and we don't want to malfight in the team fights, because then they are full clear in a 5v5. They probably win it. The malfight isn't a good engager. The follow up from Volibear and Ziggs is pretty high, and then just Zeri, who just kites everybody and shoots with the pew pew electric lasers, and it jumps from front to back, and this. I think if JÖRMUNGANG are not splitting, and the Nasus is not ahead, it will be pretty hard. And also the Twitch has to be. I think the bot lane and the top lane here are has to be looked at, because if the Nasus gets ahead, or he can, if the top lane is an island, Nasus probably wins. If he gets stronger and stronger and stronger every minion he kills, Malphite gets tankier, and also there's also a very good pick for Malphite. There's a lot of AD damage, but also a lot of shred from the Vi with a W, and also probably going Black Cleaver first or second. That is something you kind of have to look out for the Malphite. If you can build full armor, he's never going to be killed. Orianna has decent damage. It works. It's not the, people say it's not the highest. I think the ultimate bursts like hell. It's in next patch we see a lot more of Orianna's. But yeah, the mid-season changes I think were good for AD carries. They were fine for everything that's bot lane related. The mages got a little bit left behind. I'm kind of sad, but I'm not too sad, because mages were strong. Now they're weak. But we'll see what this game is going. I think from the scaling, FULLCLEAR eSports has the upper hand here, because Zeri Yuumi is better than.
Are you sure, Joe?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a Nasus on JMGG, which is already scaling like through the roof. Like his scaling is literally infinite. And I think in Orianna and Twitch are still scaling pretty well as well. So in my opinion, JMGG has scaling on more different positions.
Yeah,
which
but
is a very strong aspect.
You have to look at Nasus has to needs an easy lane, and therefore you need to concentrate on Nasus. And if you don't concentrate on Nasus, you give the attention to the bot lane, and yeah, it's a double-edged sword, you know. If Nasus is if you want to protect the Nasus, Vi has to stay top, But then Lulu and Twitch are left alone. And I don't know if you want that. Because you need your AD carry.
But I think same scenario, but you have to look at it the other way around. FULLCLEAR ESPORTS, because IMO Vi doesn't have to always camp top lane just to protect the Nasus. It is more of a question of what's the game plan of FULLCLEAR ESPORTS, right? Where does the Volibear want to go? Does he play around the Malphite on the top lane, which is definitely not his carry, which he doesn't necessarily want to play around, but which he probably has to play around if he wants to keep the Nasus down. But then his Zeri and Yuumi are left alone, and Twitch and Lulu can just get fed through the Y. I am seeing this the other way around, and I think there's even more potential in JMGG here. For me, JMGG definitely won the draft with this Nasus last pick.
I think the Zeri pick, you have to. She's too strong at the point to just let her be in a team fight. You know, if they can force that Nasus is weak and isn't a threat in the team fights, Malphite will always be a threat. The ultimate is just too good to engage the flank, the TP, the flash, ult. It always works if your Malphite is behind or not. Therefore, if you're
you might have an engage then on the side of FULLCLEAR ESPORTS, but do you have the damage? Because you couldn't play around Zeri. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see, but it's just the thing is Nasus needs resources, and Malphite doesn't.
Yeah, so you leave the Malphite on the top lane alone. You play around your bot lane, but then Nasus can scale infinitely. Anyways, we are going to see as we are starting into the game now. FULLCLEAR ESPORTS against JMGG, everyone. We are ready for this first game of the night between these two. And I'm sure it's going to be a banger of the newcomers.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing this. Yeah, you just have to look at it, in my opinion. Yeah, they both went cull, so there's no action bot. There's no action bot, Daniel. I think this will be a focus on top lane. If you play
think
cull,
there's going to be no action on bot lane?
Yeah, they both went cull, so they know it's going to be a.
Yeah, there's probably not going to be action for the first 3 minutes, but no, I disagree. This is going to be around bot lane.
On level 6 maybe, but I think before there won't be anything. Volibear has a pretty hard time to get on the Twitch with the Lulu. Vi can get on Zeri, but yeah, but I think it will be concentrated on top. Maybe I'm the bronze player today. I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat disagrees, but with the cull there, if you go double cull, you know that there's not that much action. Maybe for the level 2 here, but these level 2s are not that strong.
Yeah, we have the first engage already of FULLCLEAR ESPORTS there on the bot lane. They're definitely trying to play aggressively with that Sumi already there.
Yeah, this is it's pretty standard at this point. Both jungles started top, so they probably want to gank bot for the first time. But yeah, it's both warded. Volbe is going to stand in the lane for a counter gank. Oh, now he's going for the crab. We will be seen though. There could be a fight, but I think they were left to just leave. No, yes. Oh,
but maybe still the play. Nomad going in there. West of JMGG right around the corner though. We're fighting around the triangle bush here. And flash in from Gallop there. Dan has to flash out as well under his tower into relative safety. And with that, FULLCLEAR decides to retreat from the situation.
Yeah, that was the action bot I liked before. Bronzecaster, no.
Yeah. No action on bot lane. No, definitely not.
Yeah, but if you go Cull, you're not that strong then with the Dawn's Blade. Was just the point. But it was also not a gank, though. It was a misplay or an outplay from Gallop here. Who was faster in the jungle, got to the crab first, and then just engaged to the thing. But they're gonna slap each other.
Yeah. Meanwhile on top lane, that's the new meme by the way. from the summer split. Because top lane has turned very boring again.
Oh, it's turned into, it's not an island, it's a beach now, right? So they all on vacation.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Because the spectator literally always jumps to top lane because when nothing else is happening on the map. And then you have this like meanwhile on top lane moment where nothing is really happening as well, but
they just slap each other.
Yeah,
with their canes and hands and rocks.
Zeri teasing the dragon there a little bit, and we can see that in general we have a lot of like tension already around this bot lane, but definitely the FULLCLEAR esports bot lane here with more priority. They got their lane pushed out all the time, and they have the upper hand here currently over the JMGG bot lane. FULLCLEAR also now started doing this Drake. Y is around the corner, but in the end, JMGG decides here to back off.
6 minutes and no action. Sums are down for Vi, Twitch, but they are so pushed in, the Lulu and the Twitch, so there's nothing going to happen from the FULLCLEAR esports here. Just take the pressure to take the dragon. Next dragon is going to be an Earth Dragon.
I think we could have some more like plays as the junglers hit level 6 here, especially with Y hitting level 6. We can see that she's counter jungling the Volibear currently and might be hitting level 6 with the Bluebird and maybe the Crab. And then we could see a potential play there towards the top lane, because Malphite is very, very far to the like, forward. But Y might also get catch now there.
Yeah, and
but Spectator just totally refuses us to show us anything but the stupid top lane.
Yeah, but it's a rock against a dog. It's the rock against Snoop Dogg, man. That's top lane. And then you see the harass on the mid lane, where you see DK against the rock. Yeah, but they lane swapped bot to mid. So it's even safer, Daniel. So now they go for the Rift Tower as it spawns. And it's going to be an easy take for the FC here.
Yeah, and that, in my opinion, is very well played from FULLCLEAR there to decide, okay, we got this very strong bot lane that we can do a lot with, with which we are always getting our lane priority if we want to. Let's swap that to the mid lane here in order to safely get a Herald, because as we already got Drake, so FULLCLEAR is really playing around the objectives here, which I really like. And I mean, Ziggs can perfectly handle the lane against these two on the bot lane here. I mean, JMGG should not be able to get much of a platings against him because he can just clear the wave so fast. But he might get dived now as Y is also coming to the bot lane, has a level 6 up, which going in with the Q there, and it's going to be the ultimate, and it's going to be first blood going to JMGG, Twitch here, and to the AD carry Dan. Ooh, and why even flashing out, but Nomad is coming in as well. FULLCLEAR doesn't want to deal with this loss on the bot lane, and they are going after JMGG, getting 2 kills here already on to Lulu and the Y. Well played from FULLCLEAR.
Yeah, that was a fast rotation from Nomad and Skyonage here. From mid to bot. It was a good executed dive. Unfortunately, FULLCLEAR Esports just rocked it down mid lane, from mid lane to bot. Volibear was there too. Twitch got the kill, the first blood, so that was worth. And the cults are almost completed. With like 10 creeps, 10, 11 creeps. Still ahead. Decane is still farming. But the the motherfucker gets a lot of grasp stacks here. He's got free health every time he claps the dock. That's yeah, Daniel, do you know that there's a I think there's a subreddit called Can You Pet the Dog? And every game where there's a dog, they post a thread about why you can't pet the dog. But there's a fight.
Yeah, that is kind of a fight, I guess. Nasus ultimate even being popped, but Malphite just going out with his own. Then on the mid lane, you have the tower being pushed with Rift Herald, which is of course such a strong combo between like Ziggs W there and the Rift Herald. And we have a bit of a fight here on the bot lane as well, but no real threats there as Zeri is just disengaging over the wall.
Yeah, and
yeah, I think with Twitch having a kill now and having hit at level 6, the JMGG bot lane is now also in a position where they can at least contest the Zeri Yuumi.
Yeah, and the Blade of the Rune King should be finished now too. Or almost. Almost. The Kali is finished, the pot is being sold, he waits for... Does he wait for the Rune King? Yeah, he waits.
I guess so. Nothing else would be worth it yet.
Yeah, he waits. Now Twitch is stronger. And also the... Oh, that's bad.
Ooh, why might get caught there? Zeri and Yuumi are even coming in as well. Quite low there under the tower, but FULLCLEAR decides not to go for the dive there, and I think it's for the better because the entire squad of JMGG is currently approaching the situation here. FC Gallop trying to start a Baron here, the Dragon, sorry.
Yeah, but they have to let it go. Vi is too low. They really poked that out. It was really good from Gallop to take the trap here. And Zeri can also easily follow with the waltz. So Vi was too low for the thing.
Yeah, and now again the rotation from the FULLCLEAR bot lane onto the mid lane. As of course Dragon has been taken, next objective again will be the Rift Herald. So it makes more sense for them to have their bot lane on the mid lane. currently. And I really like the way FULLCLEAR Esports is playing the meta here, like the meta game, not the meta in terms of champions, but the meta game. Like they are really focused on getting one objective after the other, and so far it works out very, very well. They already got a tower, they got the first Swift Herald, they got 2 dragons already. JMGG had no chance to basically get any objectives this game so far. And that's also a way to win games. It doesn't have to be through kills every time.
No, you win games by getting to the Nexus first, and killing the Nexus. Yeah, and the Chem Tech Drake is also good for the Malphite, and for Zeri Yumi too for the healing. We probably have
JMGG is now going after Malphite here with a 4-people squad. Gallop coming in to help his top laner here, but it's still a 2v4 unless Zumi Yumi arrive here, but it's going to be the kill. Going to Ovale before the bot lane of FULLCLEAR can arrive.
Yeah, and there was the CC from the Lulu and the damage that the Nasus has in his ult. No.
But yeah, now JMGG tries to like attack this bot lane on the mid, like the bot lane of JMGG here, of FULLCLEAR here, but they aren't quite succeeding at it. And in general, I got a feeling after that kill, JMGG, okay, we got a kill, but they didn't really have a plan going onward with that. And even Gallop died like too early for them, basically, to have a safe Rift Herald now, because we can see he's already there again. And technically, they could try to steal it, and it's going to happen! Gallop with the wonderful steal there, Malphite with an ultimate. That's going to be so much damage going on to that Lulu. JMGG losing their first member in that first real team fight here. Woolly Bear, however, has to lose his life as well, but there are so many low members of JMGG. Dan is going down next. And Last Lunio, can he get Rust here? The Q, it's going to be enough. Double kill going to the top laner of FULLCLEAR Esports.
Well, that was so worth for FULLCLEAR. Nomad didn't die. Gallop got the steal. Last Lunio just got a double kill. He was so tanky in that fight, like Jesus Christ. There was no damage, even with the Black Cleaver. They took that time. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, and I feel
like I said, I still think FULLCLEAR Esports has the game in their hand. This is also there's red buff sharing now. I forgot about that. That's really important. You see that there are 2 red buffs. They changed that. Oh, that was such a good change for junglers.
But yeah, I think, because you said FULLCLEAR Esports, I also think FULLCLEAR Esports had it in their hands from the beginning. But I think both teams had. Just that FULLCLEAR Esports actually did it and JMGG didn't. Because the way I feel like is that I feel like JMGG is playing solo queue here. Like, they aren't communicating enough, they aren't playing around the objectives, they aren't where they have to be, their timings are off. And meanwhile, FULLCLEAR Esports is showing us a masterclass of meta. Like, always having your players and your teams into rotations. Now they're looking for that engage here on the mid lane as well. They're going to find the Y there, and they're going to take her down right away. AD carry still full life on the side of FULLCLEAR Esports as the next one is going to fall. It's going to be their Malphite, but 2 kills already being taken here. And now with Mera coming in as well, there's even more damage for FULLCLEAR. A wonderful W there from Ziggs onto Power City. Lulu quite low there. Nomad going in behind, has to pay attention though. Bubble is still a dangerous tool for Orianna. And in the end, it's going to be a 3-for-2.
Yeah, and Nomad is not finished. Still didn't die. Sky Onachu was doing a really good job in these team fights to defend his AD carry. But now there's a TP from Nasus. He can't do anything here. Does he get it?
Stop him.
Wait, what?
He could try to kill Nomad though.
He could have just queued the dragon. But I think he's dead.
He's such a glass cannon. Maybe even gets killed there still from Lustlunia. However, that a bit of a miss TP because he basically TP'd into all of JMGG and they are still chasing him. Yep. 5 people against Malphite, trying to really get him there. But with the ult, he's going to escape. And then we have once again so much resources wasted on the side of JMGG to try and kill a Malphite and still lose the dragon. Now we can see that even gold bounties are hitting in for JMGG, so they are really behind now. I mean, that's always a great indication to see that the team is really like behind, and we can see also 5k gold difference between the two teams. Maybe they're going to try to go for push here. They decide to instead engage onto Zeri, which of course can easily engage, and there's coming in a 6 ultimate. And with that, the play for JMGG once again over. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we can see that Ziggs and Volibear are pushing, are probably going to get tier 2 tower there, and Lustlunia can even easily defend against Nasus. So really everything going wrong for JMGG here. And with that, I'm going to ask you, QG, what are the winning conditions here JMGG still has?
I tried to kill Zeri, not near wall. He just saw that she just eat away, and he could nothing. He could do nothing because all the CC was down. Oh, good from Gallop to actually. Oh.
Axo trying hard to get to Malphite there. Got the tower at least for his team, which together with the bounty was a good gold burst JMGG was able to secure here now. But of course they also lost their tier 2 on the top lane, so it was a 1-for-1 in towers that have been traded. Now the kill didn't go to Nasus, as we can see. He's taking his backboard now.
Yeah, but they're still 5k behind, and Zeri is 206 with Runans and Triforce, and Twitch has the Rage Knife, but no Jinja's Red Blade in view. So
also,
it's just
look at the farm difference on the carry positions.
Yeah, but that was the flash was lost from Dan pretty early on. Oval couldn't come. He got caught. The Y got caught. So from Gallop, and therefore they just abused it, and so they have no engage potential. They can't kill us here, so we just do stuff. And yeah. But if you see the... Yeah, they're already on soul point, full clear, so you can see that those guys are going for the soul in the next 1 minute and 50. Nomad is so strong. I don't know if you can actually kill him. He has the giant spell now. Also, Oriana went for the Liandris to kill the front line of Malphite and Volibear, so there is no pen.
Yeah, Volibear looking for the engage there for FULLCLEAR eSports. However, JMGG on the one, don't want to fight here, at least not for now.
Yeah, she's almost 200 CS. 6 is 50 CS ahead.
Yeah, FULLCLEAR also in general, it's such a strong sieging team. Like, yeah, okay, they're solving the situation there on the mid lane, but they really bring that potential with the Ziggs, with the Zeri. They got so much damage to burst the tower, but also like to clear the waves very fast to poke. Yeah, I really like the full clear comment, especially how they executed. Like their game plan is so on point here. The MGG is trying to look for an engage here as they saw probably Ziggs on the bot lane, but he's already back there and there's so much damage coming in from these bombs. That's the poke Ziggs brings to the team. Lumio flashing in there, doesn't necessarily hit everybody, but it should be enough to find an engage there. Nomad has to flash out and he will be shut down. This might be the opening for JMGG to win a team fight, as now full clear is maybe lacking a little bit of damage here. Mera, however, still alive. Can he hit those crucial bombs to make it worth for his team? For now it's a 2 for 2, and I think JMGG can be more than happy with.
Yeah, but JMGG don't have a jungler. FULLCLEAR has, so they just rush to the jungle. They can zone with the Ziggs.
Yeah, but if Twitch is able to kill off Merida before something happened, no. Okay, Volibear is on point to protect his AD carry there. With that, Soul is going to full.
That is so good for Zeri. Oh, damn. It's really unfortunate for GMGG. They are putting it... it was a good fight. It was hard to kill the Zeri there. She flashed out. She hit for like a ton with the Yumi ultimate. From self-regeneration, lifesteal and everything. It's not that easy to kill this area, as I said before. So if you can kill her and Twitch still lives, you can win the team fight. But FULLCLEAR Esports did a great job out of the... they know that Vi was dead, so they just went for the dragon and got the soul.
Yeah, and maybe if FULLCLEAR wouldn't have gone for the tower in the mid lane, they could have contested that dragon, maybe look for another fight, because I think technically with the members alive, they were in the better position to re-engage and have another fight. But then they tried to sneakily do it just with the Twitch, which of course couldn't work out. But yeah, I think in the end the trade is one FULLCLEAR is very happy about, because they got soul. But JMGG shouldn't be too sad about it, because they still got some kills, they were able to cash in some shutdowns, and they got the tier 1 mid lane tower of FULLCLEAR, which with the bounty again was also a big cash in for them. And we can also see it in terms of gold. We are now back to only a difference of 5k, which has been up to 7-8k already before.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is that Twitch got his item. Zeri is going to buy the Titanic Hydra soon.
And now we have Baron being started here by FULLCLEAR Esports, and in my opinion JMGG should not give that up easily, which is also something they seem to have realized now. They are coming to the pit, but FULLCLEAR Esports are right into the fight, and they are splitting up JMGG here in order to first take care of Nasus, which they are trying right here. But the rest of JMGG is catching up, and Nasus is still alive. They're now in the front line there against Nomad. Are they going to get him? Yeah, it's going to be Nomad dying, so no Zeri for the rest of the fight, but it's going to be the rest of JMGG falling as well. And only Nasus, the first target JMGG tried to go after here, is still alive. Now with the exhaust.
Even the exhaust.
They're going to get the clean ace here for FULLCLEAR Esports, and that's going to be a Baron. And I think with the Baron, FULLCLEAR Esports is in a very good position to push for the base and break that open for FULLCLEAR Esports here, because as we talked about, it is a very strong siege comp. They got a Ziggs, they got a Zeri, they got so much damage against structures, they got a Volibear, and they also got a lot of dive potential, so they can really get onto that base now and crack it open.
Yeah, the Volibear just shut down the tower. The Malphite ults on you, and you're probably dead. Yeah, There's a Hydra for Zeri, she's now full build. And they had to invest a lot. Well, the Orianna ult missed again. If it hits, the Nomad is going to die pretty soon-ish. Or sooner. Or
what
faster,
is your definition of full build, my
friend? The items you need.
Okay.
She only needs these 3 to be OP. You know, now she's full build. It's these 3 items and that's the build. You go for Zeri, and then you can do what you want.
Okay. So what you want to say is that Zeri is currently on her item P. The MGG is looking for the engage there. Why? Hitting ultimate onto Nomad, but he flashing out. And yeah, the wonderful kiting there from the AD carry from FULLCLEAR. Taking out first the Twitch, now Nasus as well. Oval is quite low as well already. Malphite going in with the Q. Going to be a double kill here for Mary as well. And only one person remaining and is the support, and I think this should be game for FULLCLEAR Esports to take the win. And I think it's going to be their second win.
Yes.
Just quickly double check that as they are destroying the Nexus.
So it's 2-1 for FULLCLEAR.
FULLCLEAR Esports taking their second win in the Elite Series Division 2. After having taken their first one against Dynasty last week.
So the Dynasty already got...
Yeah, Dynasty currently 2-0 in the league. They're not in the strongest situation right now, and I'm hoping and expecting to see a bit of a step up from their side. They are playing their Danish partner later today, and so it's actually going to be the last game of the day against Pertinax. And then before that we have still Next and Aurora, and with Sloths against Once Upon a Team. I would say let's jump into a quick break, and then we're going to see each other again for Next against Aurora. Definitely stay tuned for that one.